So it's the end of another month, which means that today's video is a book of the month video, and this month I have been reading Guru by RuPaul. If you're new here, hello, my name is Tori Cyclic. I make new videos every Sunday for Cyclic Sunday with other videos throughout the week. If you like what you see, like this video down below and subscribe while you're down there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram in the description at tss6295. Now, let's get into the video. So for the month of August, which is my birthday month, I decided to read Guru by RuPaul because when I got back from Birthright, I had downloaded on my phone to watch on the flight seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race because I watched this past season, season 11, and really liked it and I always wanted to watch it. And then I was like, at some point I'm gonna start watching it from the beginning. And then I saw that it was on Amazon Prime and I could watch it without internet. So I was like, oh, I'll watch it on my flights to Israel. Never watched it really in Israel, maybe like 2 episodes, but then like the day I got back, getting over my jet lag, I just started watching RuPaul from the beginning and I love it so much. On the day that I'm filming this video, I've just started season 4 and it's only been like a week of binge watching it and I'm totally in love. And I knew that RuPaul had written some books, so I was just like, which is the one that I can find in Barnes & Noble, and it was Guru. I just love so many things about RuPaul, specifically how much he talks about loving yourself. And of course we know this from, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Which is something that I've been trying to learn a lot about myself over the past few years and starting to understand it a bit more, like really loving myself and how I can put that energy out into the world and bring it back in for myself. So reading a book like this that is kind of along the lines of like a self-help mantra-y kind of book that's more about like the stories that are being told, the sayings that are there, it was really good for me to read this, especially in my birthday month, because like I gotta feel good in my birthday month. This is a very quick and easy read. It reminds me a lot of Good Morning Good Night by Lin-Manuel Miranda because it's like short little sayings of things that you can read very quickly. I ended up reading this within like 2 hours, honestly. It was because I was reading it on and off while checking my phone and sitting at an audition and waiting to hear what was going on. But like, I've gone back to it throughout the month because it's just like gives really good positive vibes and it's like a very quick, easy read. So if you want something like that, definitely go for this book. This book is designed very well because it really gives off the essence of RuPaul. Like, just the cover is very powerful and you get like RuPaul from that, but then the entire book is like very colorful. The inside page is there. There's lots and lots of photos throughout the entire thing. Like, you get just amazing pictures of RuPaul throughout this entire book, and then it's just so bright and colorful that you get literally everything about him as a person, his drag persona, what he wants to bring into the world just from how this book is designed. I wanted to read this little section in the introduction of the book that I thought was really interesting and a very interesting way to think about life in general. Well, I'm sure you've heard me say you're born naked and the rest is drag. In truth, you are not your clothes, you are not your profession, you are not your religion. You are an extension of the consciousness that guides the universe, for which there is no name but it cannot be defined. That's why all the superficial things you list as your identity are in reality your drag. Years ago when I heard someone say, we are all God in drag, I knew it to be true at my core. This was something that was so interesting for me to read because I don't do drag in my profession or my everyday life. Like, I put on my makeup and get dressed, but I don't like become a drag performer. And I've done it once. I had my friend Devin, who's now goes by the name Sequoia for his drag name and his drag persona, do my makeup for drag, and it was just such a really interesting experience because I felt like I became a different person by putting on like so much makeup that I normally wouldn't wear, and I like put on a wig. I was like, okay, this is something different than what I would do as an actor, as a musical theater performer, because this is just me presented in a different way, whereas like acting and performing is becoming a character. So yeah, I feel like this idea that like we are naked and what we put onto ourselves becomes our drag, because like we're putting on our persona, we're becoming who we are. Like, who I am as Tori is this what I present, but like I could walk around and look totally different, but this is what I choose to wear as my drag, as myself. Throughout the entire book, I'm definitely reading it in RuPaul's voice, which is a great way to read a book because RuPaul is just like, has such good inflection in his voice, and like especially because I've been watching Drag Race a lot, I've been hearing RuPaul's voice a lot lately, so it's really helping me like get into this book in that kind of way. So the way that the book is structured is that you have a gorgeous picture of RuPaul, and then a little paragraph that's telling what story is that he wants to be talking about on that page, and then a statement in bigger, bolder letters about like the takeaway from these pages and the photo and the story. And I feel like that's a really good way to structure this kind of book that's along the lines of a self-help kind of book, because it makes you focus on different things that you're reading, and then you get like more of the detail in the smaller writing, and then you get to see how it translates into the photo that's paired with it, and then how it's all summed up together is written in a different bold kind of text. So it's like, oh, this is a new way to think about this different thing that Ru is talking about. But I do have to say, this is my absolute favorite photo in the entire book, because like Ru, if one, is just absolutely gorgeous in this, but two, just like seeing the different images of him in the mirror, and then it's always talking about being camera ready and like ready to do anything in your life, and I'm like, yes, I feel this so hard. There aren't consistent page numbers in the book, which makes it a little bit hard for me to like talk about a couple things that I wanted to talk about in the book, but I folded down the tops of the pages that I wanted to like talk to you guys a little bit about. So this one here, with this gorgeous image of Ru, I wanted to read this paragraph and the big statement that's with it, because it really hit home for me. To the human eye, proportions are everything. Most people don't realize just how much they react to proportions. I love nudging proportions. I have very long legs, a short torso, and a short neck. You'll notice that I don't put a lot of jewelry around my neck. I like to keep my neck area open and unobstructed so as to elongate it. You'll also see that I take many photos with my mouth open, to get the right proportion for my face. If I wear my hair flat, there is still height at the crown of the head, which elongates everything above the shoulder. It's all about nudging those proportions to get it right, based on how the human eye perceives silhouettes. You must be willing to see yourself from outside yourself. That one in particular, I was like, okay. I've never thought about looking at myself from outside myself, and because like a lot of my industry of performing is about how you look and your image, and like if it looks right, if it doesn't, do you look perfect for this part, this and whatever. And a lot of times within that world, you can get very self-judgmental about like, oh, I'm not the thinnest person in the room, oh, I don't look fit, I don't have the right hair, the right makeup, I don't look good today, I don't feel good about how I look today. But now thinking about that idea, but going, okay, let me just think outside of myself for a second, get out of my head of all of the negative, judgmental things I'm thinking, and just look at myself in the mirror and be like, okay, this is what I see, this is what I like about it, this is what I maybe don't, but just seeing it from an outside perspective and thinking about it as somebody else seeing yourself, but it's you're seeing yourself in a new way. Like, come on, it's not that hard of a concept to understand, to like love yourself. You have to think of yourself outside of yourself and outside of the negativity that you can have inside your brain. I'm just gonna read some things that I really liked in this book, and also just show you the pictures, because oh my god, these pictures are incredible. Life is too short to be concerned with what other people think. Use all of the colors in the crayon box. This one here, I'm gonna read the whole page because this one is, I just really love this one. Wow, is that really me? I never quite gotten used to seeing myself in the mirror, in drag or out of drag. The question, who am I, always creates a deafening silence in the soul. I believe the depth of that silence is the answer. Where do you begin and end? Who are you? What are you? I still feel like the boy who fell to earth fell into this body and is experiencing humanity, having fun with it. Don't be afraid of your power. The biggest obstacles I've ever faced were my self-imposed limitations. May the fierce be with you. This one here really speaks to like my love of dance. I love dancing. I have always loved to dance. It's the way the human spirit gets aroused. The beat of dance music emulates the heartbeat, and we intuitively move to it and get lost in it. And losing yourself opens you up to greater possibilities. I'm so disappointed in these modern times that there aren't enough places to dance. I'd rather boogie than try to fit in. If other people can't get with the boogie, I have no time for them. And of course, our favorite, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? If you have read Guru, or you are a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, let me know about that in the comments down below. If you have any book recommendations for me, leave those in the comments down below as well. And if there's anything you would like to see on my channel in particular, let me know down in the comments below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, DFTBA, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!